Hello again, my name is Nick, and thanks again for tuning into this video. This is actually going to be a continuation of the last video I did, which was sending NicNacCoins from one wallet to another. And in that video, I think what we did, we were working with this scenario here where Bob was selling one box to Chris for 5 NicNacCoins, and at the end of that video, Bob received a transaction that said, 5 NicNacCoins using this payment ID. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab that payment ID and I'll get Bob's wallet back up here and I'll enter the command payments space and I'll just drop that payment ID, and what you can see here is the payment ID that was assigned to Chris for the transaction and also the transaction number. So this is what Bob sees on his end, which lets him know, hey, I received the money, which was the 5 NicNacCoins, and I just need to make sure that those coins are actually available in my wallet before I do the other part of the transaction, which could be, shipping goods from one location to another or granting access to that party who actually sent the coins. So using this transaction ID number, and I'll just grab that from the scenario, and let's say Chris, who sent that information, what he could do from his wallet, and actually he doesn't even need the wallet, is you want to go to the NicNacD, which is the daemon, and there are some help commands that can help you along the way, but the one that we're interested in is this one that says print TX, which is print transaction. So if we type that in, print underscore TX space, and if you drop that transaction and just press enter, it gives you a lot of information. Now, dealing with Cryptonotes, the main purpose of this is to hide certain information to make you completely anonymous with your balance and transactions. So it's going to look a little different than what you've normally seen, and if you don't have a working Explorer, that's okay, because it has an onboard Explorer, which is the daemon. What I normally do is I would highlight all this information here from that was printed, go up here to the bar, right click, edit, and I would just copy that and I would just paste that onto a text editor like a notepad here, and what you could see is that transaction number, and it gives you a lot of information, such as the view keys that were used. And actually what we're going to do in this scenario is we're going to go back to the pool, and it has an Explorer here that's working, and if you drop that transaction there and you search that transaction, it's going to give you something that you're more familiar with seeing, but then again, it's going to look a little bit different than you would, let's say, from a Bitcoin Explorer. But that's okay. For the purpose of this video, it actually works out great, because what we're going to do is just verify that this information from the daemon is actually in sync with what's on the working pool Explorer. And in viewing, the digits here, you're actually getting that information from your configuration parameters. So if we go to the NicNacCoins configuration file, what we're looking for is the Cryptonote display decimal point, which is 10. So this is set at 10 decimal places. So what we'll do is on this set of figures, we'll just highlight those first 10 zeros, and then we'll just drop a decimal point there. And we'll do it with the next set of digits, and we'll drop a decimal point there. And we'll do the same again here, and actually we can just kind of stop and at this point do a little bit of verification. what you see here are 40 coins using this key, the CA key, and we could see 40 NicNac coins using that key. And so we'll just grab the next number, which is 9, and that jogs up. So that's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. If you don't have a working Explorer available to you, you can always use the daemon as your Explorer just to grab that information, and you could use that as your Explorer. So another way in using the Explorer, let's give another example. Let's go back to Bob's wallet, because using the payment ID, Bob got a block number which is height 389906. So we've got our help menu items here available. You can use the print_block to enter in the block number. So I'm just going to type print_block space, and what I want to do here is 38990. Instead of 6, I need to add 1, because this starts at block height 0. Block height 0, I didn't set that as, well, block height 1, I'm sorry, is the first block for this chain. I actually mined that block there. It had like 681 NicNac coins. So when we're searching height numbers, what we'll need to do is add a 1 to this height here. So we'll go 389907, and if you will do the same, just highlight all that information, copy it and paste it, what you will end up with is the print block, the block number. But if you actually view here where it says height, it gives you the correct height, which is 389906. So perfect. What we're going to do is go back to the pool, and we're going to actually enter in that same block height, and we're just going to verify. But this time we don't have to add a digit to the end of our height. So we'll just press enter, and we're going to get some information pertaining just about the block. If we go back to the daemon information, what we'll see is fewer digits, but it's basically referring to this transaction hash here, where it has 1.7775 NicNac coins. So if we do the same thing and we add our decimal point in, we can actually see, and I'll just kind of stop right there just so this video doesn't run too long. With the 1 digit, I'll actually click on this transaction hash so you can see the view keys, and I'll bring that back up. As you can see, the 24552, and that's the 24552 for that coin. And what it's doing is basically it's just ring signatures to shield transaction information. And this information here is actually, I'll go back, because these were the actual coins that were sent in this transaction. You can obviously see the 5 coins that were sent, that we sent for the 1 box, and then there were 50. Now these are live transactions. Just because we were doing a sample scenario, it's still a live transaction that become part of the permanent blockchain. The Cryptonote will actually disguise this information, so the only thing that you really know is an amount was sent less than this amount. It doesn't tell you who sent it or who received that information there. So that's sort of a benefit from the Cryptonote technology. A lot of people, they like that, especially with Monero. I think is probably the most popular Cryptonote that's out there. There's also Bitcoin, which is what this is a derivative of, you know, it's based off of Bitcoin technology. So another way that you could use the daemon as an explorer is, I like to just set log to 4, and it pulls up some information here, and I just click there to kind of pause it, and I'll just match that against the pool to make sure that the pool that I'm going to mine is set on the correct chain, because sometimes you can get a pool that's on the wrong chain. I think that happened with Dash Coin, where MinerGate is on one chain, democats.org is on another chain, and so, you know, they're forks. People are having a hard time right now mining coins and figuring out, hey, can I send these coins to who was that, Cryptopia, or I mine them from MinerGate, why can't I send them to Cryptopia? Are those coins lost? Are those coins going to be returned back to my wallet? Those coins are pretty much lost. They're not going to go back to your wallet. So you want to make sure you're mining the correct chain. And what we can see here is the current difficulty, which is 28623. If I go back, I will see it 286. Well, I paused it there, so I'm going to press enter. It's going to catch up with some transactions, 28623, and we can see that the current hash is 030. I'll go back and I'll see the 030. Perfect. So I know pretty much my daemon is operating on the same one as the pool, so I feel pretty confident in mining this pool because I know it's not on a fork, it's not on an alternate chain, and I won't just be mining and wasting hash. So I think this video is probably run on a little bit longer than I intended to, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here. Thanks so much for watching, and keep an eye out for additional videos that I'll post.